We are back with more Race for the Heisman here on NCAA 06, and finally we are in a pretty good looking dorm room now. Our freshman year, we had a disgusting dorm room. We couldn't get a girlfriend. Sophomore year, a little bit better, and now we have a pretty cool looking room. We got a chair in the corner, a nice TV, nice bed, and we're ready for Jaylen Clark's junior year. To remind you, here is a look at Jaylen Clark's sophomore season: 967 yards, 11 touchdowns, a little bit receiving, and then a little bit passing as well. So he can do pretty much everything. But looking at his ratings, he's an 82 overall with 82 speed, 82 carrying, 84 break tackle, 74 strength. He's still your traditional power back, 6'1", 208. He's actually gained a little bit of weight since we started this Jaylen Clark race for the Heisman. Looking at his awards, he's only been a freshman All-American, nothing else other than that, but he has a preseason Pac-10 first team All-American. Hopefully he can make an impact. As you can see up in the top right, he is an impact player going into his junior year, which I think that is going to be really important for the success of this team. Last couple of years, we've kind of struggled just a little bit. Not a little bit, we've struggled a lot. The games that I've played, we were able to run the ball pretty effectively, but when we don't play and we simulate, we don't run the ball well at all. So this is probably Jaylen Clark's last season at Stanford. He'll probably declare for the NFL draft after this year. And surprisingly, we are picked to finish 7th, not 10th. So I think we have an opportunity to really make some noise here in the Pac-10 this year. It's a tough schedule. You got to play teams like USC, Oregon State, Oregon. And then other than that, the conference looks to be a little weak this season. Here's something that I'm looking to get filled up. We have no trophies in the trophy case. No championships, no bowl games, no awards, nothing. So this is the year to at least fill up the first page of this trophy crate. That's the goal. Maybe a Doak Walker Award, a Heisman Trophy, a bowl win, maybe a Pac-10 championship. You know, that's what we're looking for here in Jaylen Clark's final season at Stanford. So this is something that's actually interesting. Greetings, Jaylen. Have you ever considered going into coaching when your playing days are over? The program could use quality individuals like you to keep the tradition alive. You are just the guy to teach the future crops of Heisman contenders. Matt Dufon. That's actually pretty interesting because my plan is to finish this junior season, then take Jaylen Clark, create him in Madden 09 here on the PlayStation 2. Only reason Madden 09 is because that's the first Madden on the PlayStation 2 that had Super Sim. And I'm going to be honest with you, I only want to play with Jaylen Clark. I don't want to have to play offense and defense as well and control other players. With that being said, my goal was to at least play a couple of seasons on Madden 09 to bring that back on the channel. And then after that, at some point, I would like to have Jaylen Clark become a head coach here on NCAA 06. I don't know how that works. I don't know if you get a couple of teams to select from and then you can go and coach those teams, or is it like you can pick any team to coach? So if anybody can help me with that question, leave a comment down below. But this would be pretty cool to go coach after he's done playing at Stanford. But if you guys are enjoying this series, leave a like. You guys have been killing it here on the channel recently, so I'm super appreciative of all the support that I have been getting. We're on the road to 500 subscribers now, and then after that, it's on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And then at that point, you know, I would be really happy with the channel growth. But like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, leave a like, and I encourage you to stick around for more. We are probably going to be getting into Madden 24 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise very, very soon, hopefully. Taking a look at our schedule here, I am going to play the first game of the season against TCU. From there, we will not play San Jose State, Washington, Arizona. So those 3 games we will not play, but I do plan on playing at USC 100%. We're looking to get revenge. And then there's probably a stretch of 2 games in a row, Oregon State and Oregon, that I'd also like to get into. My plan this season is I'm only going to play the games against ranked opponents, unless Notre Dame isn't ranked, because I definitely want to play Notre Dame. We need to get revenge after what happened in the last episode. So the way it looks right now is there's probably a good chance there could be 4 to 5 episodes in this season. Maybe we can cut it short and have one episode be a double game. Maybe Oregon State and Oregon, we played them in like a double header in an episode. But without further ado, I think it's time to get into the first game of Jaylen Clark's junior season at TCU. So here we are for Week number 1 against TCU, a team that I'd love to beat as they knocked off my Michigan Wolverines last year in the college football playoffs. So revenge would be nice in this game. But all in all, I just want to put together a dominant performance for Jaylen Clark in the offense. And then the defense, let them do their thing. I don't really care how they perform. And then we'll take it from there. So here is Wesley on the kickoff return. We talked about this guy in the last video. He's like 6'8", 220 pounds. He is our number 1 receiver, our 2 top receivers, both graduated last season. So it's probably going to be the Jaylen Clark show, to be honest with you, at least to start the season. And we already talked about how Jaylen Clark is an impact player for us this season. So we're looking to get impact play out of him. As that should be a face mask, but not a bad run. He kind of gets stuck behind his offensive lineman, still picks up 5. And I'm going to be honest with you. With the impact player icon or whatever, he does seem a little bit faster. He's only like 82 speed. His speed didn't improve that much, but he does feel a lot faster. Here's the give to Clark again. Good hole there. Breaking tackles. First down for Jaylen Clark. So something about NCAA 06 is that the impact players really do make a difference in this game. And they're not super overpowering, but they do make a difference. Like I said, they're going to break more tackles. And then sometimes when they get into the zone, they can be pretty hard to stop. So early on in the game here, I'm looking to just kind of run it down TCU's throats as much as possible, as that's going to be a tackle for loss. 4 straight runs to start the game. Picked up a first down off of it, and now we have a 3rd down and 10. One thing that I will say is our receiving core is not as good this season. We're just going to throw this one up to Wesley, though. He's 6'8". Go and get it, Wesley. And he caught it. 3 guys in the area, and Wesley comes down with it. That's another thing about NCAA 06. If you have a guy who is just a difference maker as far as size go, he's going to make a difference. In these newer games, you could have a guy that's 6'8", but he doesn't necessarily play like he's 6'8". In this game, if he's 6'8", he's going to play like it. And here's Clark again, trying to be patient, and he picks up about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. I don't really know where I'm going to go with the ball here. That was a very bad throw, and to be honest with you, I hit the wrong button. I'm not lying. I hit the wrong button. So, delay a game there. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention to the play clock. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. I really don't know what I want to go with here. That's what was taking me so long initially. So 3rd down and 11. If that safety comes down, I'm going to go right back to Wesley one-on-one coverage. He's not going to come down, but we're going to try and get this one to Rankin across the middle, and it's going to be very close to a 1st down. He might be inches short. No, it's going to be a 1st down. So what a pass there by Ostrander. We got to look at him last season for the first time, and he played a lot better than our previous quarterback had. I think I'm going to go to the left on this play right here. I know that we have more space to the right, but I think the smart thing to do is to go to the left. Ostrander fumbled the football. Luckily, Marcelari, I don't know that's what his name was, picks it up. So the biggest thing at this point is I just want to kind of take care of the ball here. Our tight end is like an 86 overall. He's a sophomore. I'm going to probably try and go to him here. He's got it, and it's going to pick up about 6 yards. 3rd down and medium coming up. I think they jumped off sides there, so that's going to probably be a 1st down. If not, it's going to be at least 3rd and 1. Yeah, 3rd and 1 upcoming. And you know who we're going to give the ball to here. A long first drive here for the Stanford Cardinal. We're going to give the ball to Clark here. Breaking a tackle, and he's taken down short of the 1st down, it appears. We're just going to hurry it up and go no huddle. 4th down and inches. If the quarterback sneak play worked in this game, that's what I'd be trying to go to. Unfortunately, I don't think that it works. And we have a decision to make here on 4th down and inches. Should I call a timeout? Yes, I'm going to. So 4th down and inches. We're going to give the ball to Jaylen Clark here. I was thinking about going under center. I'm not going to. The defense doesn't shift. This should be a touchdown unless a defender makes a very good play. And the corner come up and made a great play. The corner come up. The corner came up and made a great play. And we turned the ball over on downs. A 4-minute and 2-second drive, and we get nothing out of it. So, in my words, watch the corner come up here. That was the right usage of the word. The first time I said it was not. But the corner just came up. Wesley just didn't get a block on him at all. And he makes a very good play. And that's intercepted. And we might take this one all the way back if we can get a block on the quarterback. And we're going to touchdown Stanford. We take the lead. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name, but number 21 on the tip drill gets the interception. And he takes it all the way back for 6. Here's Belch, the guy that should have won us the game against Notre Dame last year, but he choked. How have we not replaced this guy yet? And he nearly missed the PAT. Would have been my fault, but who cares? So at the end of 1, we lead 7-0 against the 1-0 TCU Horned Frogs. So yeah, the more that I play this series and the more that I play NCAA 06, the more I get the itch to start a dynasty mode, as that was almost a very good play by our defensive back. It still was a good play, and I promise you that's not Eric Dickerson. But anyway, yeah, the more I get the itch to want to play a dynasty mode. I don't even know that I want it to be Jaylen Clark related. I think that I want to save Jaylen Clark for a future series in the channel in the time to come, maybe in a new NCAA game. But I am interested in definitely doing a dynasty mode here on NCAA 06. That's a first down completion for TCU. As TCU is going to score a touchdown. No, they're not. McDaniel finally taken down at the 11-yard line. I'm speaking too soon. 10-yard line. So TCU in the red zone now, and now it's time to figure out, can the Stanford defense get their very first red zone stop of the season? So it is very hard to try and find a defense that works in this game. I'm trying to just go with the 4-3 and nickel, and that's pretty much all that I do. A lot more zone than man, as Watts hits the corner, and he's finally taken down by our impact linebacker, Dukes. But that'll set up 2nd down and 3 from the 3-yard line. Somehow that doesn't mean 2nd down and goal. So unless we can make a very dominant stop here, they're going to score a touchdown. They do. It's Moore, the fullback, number 44, as TCU is an extra point away from tying it up. Today is definitely a rough day for my commentating because I'm stumbling over my words. I'm saying things that don't really make sense. So bear with me. I don't know what's going on today, but I'm going to try and improve as the game goes on. Just as we would like Jaylen Clark to improve as the day goes on. Trying to get this one out to Wesley, big number 86, and he's going to have close to a first down, 2nd down upcoming. So we're going to bring Rankin in motion here on 2nd down and 1. Get this one to Clark, try to pick up the first down. He's fighting through contact a lot more since he has the impact player trait now, and that's something that you really like to see. We're going to run this one to the right here. Try and pick stuff up. Clark hurdling people, stiff-arming people. I get that he only has 27 yards on the ground, but man, this kid is playing a lot better here in his junior season. It just looks like he's a lot quicker, a lot more powerful, especially with him being an impact player now. That's just what you're going to see. 2nd down and 4. We're going to try and get it to him on the halfback toss. Try and make a man miss. We're not going to be successful at it, but we should have a first down. 3rd down and inches. We're going to go right back to him here. He reminds me of Toby Gearhart, another Stanford running back. I think I mentioned him in the last video, but he definitely reminds me of Toby Gearhart as he's going to hit the hole as Jaylen Clark's fighting through contact past the 40, 20-yard plus run for Jaylen Clark. I told you my commentating was very bad for whatever reason in today's episode, but you get the point. Jaylen Clark finally breaks free on one. Been kind of waiting for that. Now, one thing is our offensive line is actually not that good this season. I didn't show you guys the ratings or anything of them, but they're really not that good. As Clark's going to have another 10-plus yard gain as 12 carries, 5.5 yards per carry for Jaylen Clark. Hopefully when we simulate games, the CPU uses him the way that I'm trying to use him. If they don't, it's just a little bit unfortunate. So I'm kind of hoping the safeties come down because I want to get this to our tight end, Dre. They're not going to come down, but we're going to just try and get it to him regardless. And it's intercepted by the impact safety, Bonner. It actually looked like Bonner got stuck on something, and I didn't think he was going to be able to get over there in time. That's why you shouldn't throw the deep ball unless both safeties come down, because if you throw it and there's an impact safety back there, there's a good chance he's going to make a play on the football. Yeah, so the safety actually got stuck on the referee for a second and was still able to make up ground and make the play. Just an unfortunate situation. I mean, I think Dre was open, and had this safety not been an impact guy, it probably would have been a touchdown. So both quarterbacks with interceptions here in the game, and we have ourselves a defensive battle. I really just don't know what to go with here defensively. I'm going to go with cover 4 out of nickel. It just feels like it hasn't really worked that well. As here's Huffman, drops back. He's going to hit McDaniel for maybe a yard or two. and they're going to call their second timeout. So it appears both teams are trying to run the ball more than they are pass. You just got to look at the passing stats, as neither quarterback has really done anything good, as that's a really weird looking formation. I've never seen that formation before, and it's going to work to perfection. TCU is going to take the lead. That was a very pretty play. I know I'm doing a lot more replays here in this game. What is this formation? I have no idea what this formation is. Number 20, I'm pretty sure, is this not a running back? They got him out as a tight end. That's a very interesting formation. I'll have to see if I can't find that, especially if I plan on doing a dynasty, because I like it. I think it's a pretty cool looking formation. And he gets wide open, and it's a perfect pass by Huffman, their quarterback. And then a catch and run gives TCU the lead. As here goes Jones. He's got a lot of space, and Jones is going to take this one all the way back on the kickoff return. Both of our touchdowns are by our special teams and our defense. 105 yards to the house, as Stanford is an extra point from tying it up once again. What a game we have going on here in Texas. California football versus Texas football. So TCU with only one timeout left, you have to kind of worry, do they potentially just think about running the ball here, especially when we're showing a dime look? They're going to go play action here, as Huffman has a decent amount of time. He's going to throw this one out of bounds, and 3rd down and 10 upcoming. And I got to say, with 2 timeouts for ourselves, I would say that if we get to stop here, we might think about calling a timeout and seeing if we can't at least pick up a field goal potentially. As they're going to go with the goal line set, hopefully we can stop the run here. As they go Watts, he's breaking tackles. We do eventually get to him. We're going to call a timeout and see if we can't make something happen with 20 seconds left. As here's Wesley on the return. He picks up a decent amount of yardage. Only 12 seconds left, so unless something crazy happens here, that will probably be it for half number 1. So 2nd down and 14 here. We're just going to go deep to Chase. Hopefully he can make a play. He doesn't, and that is going to do it for the first half here. TCU 14, Stanford 14. Can we pull off the victory? 3rd down and 5 upcoming for TCU, as it's going to be a pass here. Huffman drops back. The coverage is decent, but it is going to be a conversion for TCU. So until TCU shows me that they're going to run the football, which they're going to go play action yet again, as the man is open, it's Brock. As when we go cover 2, something that I'm noticing is TCU is taking advantage of the hole shot route that they can complete. That's twice now that they've completed a pretty good chunk of yardage on our cover 2 defense. So we're going to switch it up here and go cover 4, see if that makes a difference at all. But this definitely feels like it's going to be a run on 1st down and 10 from the 36-yard line. It's going to go play action again. I mean, it's something that they're doing the entire game, as there is Dickerson for a 1st down. TCU moving the ball very swiftly right now. Here's the 1st down give to Watts. He trucks a man, finally taken down for a pickup of maybe a yard. So this game is moving very quickly, as sometimes you have games that can take maybe an hour and 20 minutes to complete, and then sometimes you have games where it may only take you like 50 minutes, and that's the way that it's looking for this game. As here's the give to Watts, as he's going to pick up a couple of yards. A big 3rd down upcoming for the Stanford defense. They are 2 for 3 on 3rd downs. We are 3 for 4. Both teams very efficient so far. This is probably the biggest 3rd down of the game. It's going to be a run to Watts. He's got space, and he's got a 1st down. TCU moves the chains, 1st down and goal. This is a big boy football drive by the TCU Horned Frogs. 8 plays, 71 yards, almost half the quarter taken up. As here's that set that we saw earlier in the game that they scored a touchdown off of. 3 men in the backfield. It's a pitch to Watts, and he's taken down for a loss. It's going to be a pass here on 2nd down. Huffman to the end zone. Great play by the safety, as that was going to be a touchdown. 3rd down and goal for TCU. They converted the last 3rd down, and this one's going to be intercepted. It's number 21 yet again. What is his name? Osai? That's the only thing that I can give it. No disrespect to number 21, but is it Osai? I think that's how you pronounce his name. The biggest interception of his life, his 2nd of the game, and we have the football at the 20-yard line with an opportunity to take the lead. 2nd down and 7 here. We're going to go play action, and we're going to go deep to Chase. It looks like he's open, but there's the impact safety yet again. Thankfully, it wasn't intercepted. 3rd down and 7 here. We're going to try and get this one to our wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and unfortunately, we're going to have to punt the ball away to TCU. A very good game through 3.5 quarters, as it looks like it's going to be a defensive game. Maybe the last team that has the football can be the team that wins, as Huffman's going deep to the impact guy. There's 2 safeties down there for us. The pass falls incomplete. So I'm going to continue going to this cover 2 max play. It gives us like 5 guys covering all short routes and then 2 guys covering deep routes. It's kind of risky because if you give the quarterback a lot of time to pass, which you're only bringing 3 pass rushers, if you give him enough time, he can probably pick you apart. 3rd down and 6 upcoming. It's going to be play action here for Huffman as he is getting out of the pocket, throwing it deep, and it's caught by Brock. 1st down for TCU. They're in the red zone. I got to say, TCU has outplayed us in this game. We had a really good first drive of the game, then a pick 6, and then we had a kickoff return for a touchdown as that one is broken up. But other than that, TCU has definitely played the better game offensively. We are 5 for 10 for only 65 yards passing, and then we really haven't even ran the ball that well in this game. So that is where we're at. 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10 upcoming from the 20-yard line. TCU is looking to take the lead. It's a direct snap to Watts. He's got a lot of spaces. He's going to be tackled down. A pickup of 9. 3rd down and 1 for the Horned Frogs. They're going to go to Moore, their fullback, and it's going to be a 1st down. 12 first downs for TCU in the game. Only 6 for our offense. Here's the give to Watts. And TCU is going to take the lead. 20-14 is your score. I really do not want to lose the first game of the season. I think this can be a promising season, especially if I'm playing in the games against ranked opponents. So I really do not want to lose this game. And the way it's looking, we may be on track for another overtime game here in this series. We've put out 4 episodes. 2 of the episodes have been overtime games. One of them has been a blowout. And then the first game of the season and the first game of this series was against Navy. And that was just me getting warm playing NCAA 06 again. As here's Wesley on the kickoff return. This kid's got speed for being 6'8". He's taken down at the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 here. We're going to get this one to Clark out of the backfield. There's an impact guy on him. Clark's going to pick up about 6 yards. 13 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, and this one could potentially be a big-time run. We're going to make this the last play of the 3rd quarter. Here's the give to Jaylen Clark. He's got a lot of space as he's going to have himself a 1st down to about the 39-yard line. As that is going to be it for the 3rd quarter. It's 14-21. TCU leads. We need a touchdown now. So I definitely want to go back to the halfback option plays where we pitch it to Jaylen Clark out of the backfield, but I'm just afraid that I'm going to fumble the ball. So I'm just going to continue to go back to this running play. It's called halfback slam. It's in pretty much every formation that we have. It's the one that works the best for us as Clark's going to try and work through a bunch of players. He picks up 3. When you play in a game like this, you try to put the game on the back of your best players, and that's what we're trying to do in this game. As Clark is going to be shy of the 1st down marker, 5 yards shy, and that's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's a big 3rd down. As Ostrander is going to try and pick up the 1st down, but he fumbled as TCU picks it up. Our 2nd turnover of the game. There is no reviewing in this game. As Ostrander picked it up, he just couldn't hang on to the football, and now we need a big-time stop. It was the right play call. It got us the 1st down. He just fumbled. Maybe I should have tried to just dive for the 1st down marker. I can't really fault myself on that play right there. We just need to get a stop at this point. We're picking up no pass rush, as that's going to be 1st down and 10 for TCU. Like I was saying at the beginning of the episode, I definitely want to go to a bowl game this season. So we need to pick it up if that's going to be the case. As there's a fumble, and we're going to pick it up. Big time play for the Stanford defense. That's exactly what we needed. You talk about a defensive game. I can't think of a better defensive game than this. As we're going to take this with Ostrander again. Thankfully, he doesn't fumble. That was kind of a funky play there. TCU went with that 3-3-5 defense that they're notorious for in real life. 2nd down and 1 upcoming. We're going to go back to the traditional slam play that we have been doing almost all game. As Clark's fighting through contact, he's got a 1st down. 17 carries, 87 yards for Jaylen Clark. I want to try and make this the last possession of regulation here. So the plan is to just try and run the clock out and score a touchdown as Clark's laid out. Big time hit for TCU on that play. This is a huge third down here, the biggest of the season so far, and we are only 3.5 quarters into the season. As we're going to try and get this one to Rankin out there on the out route, and that's just a poor throw by our quarterback. Doesn't even really give us the opportunity to go for it on fourth down. We're just going to have to punt the ball. Very unfortunate. That's a very good punt by our punter. Maybe he outkicked the coverage. He didn't, as Dickerson is corralled. We need another stop. Now you guys start to wonder, at what point should we think about calling timeouts? And then we can't allow them to kick a field goal either, because if they make a field goal, the game is definitely over. As this is just their goal line set. Now I'm thinking about it. It's a pretty cool looking goal line set, if you ask me. First down and 10. I think we have to start calling our timeouts after this play right here, as there's a give to Jackson as he's going to pick up really good yardage. We're going to have to call our very first timeout. And it looks like we could potentially lose this game, guys. Not the start that we wanted to the season. Second down and 3. They're going to go with the counter to Watts, as that's probably going to do it. Just not a good start to the season. 21-14 defensive battle. We had opportunities. We did not score 1 point on offense. Our points were scored by our special teams and our defense. Call us the Iowa Hawkeyes, because that's the way we played in this game. So I think we will have a chance, at least. We may get the football back. It might be a 10-point game, but one more first down and it's certainly over. I'm going to start calling timeouts at the end of this play. And if we do get the football back, it's going to be with like 10 seconds left. So third down and 10 upcoming. You got to imagine they're going to run the football here to force us to use our last timeout. And I have seen crazier things here in NCAA 06. Here's the give to Jackson as he's got a first down. Are you kidding me? Game over. TCU is going to defeat us 21-14. How do you allow a guy who isn't even their number one running back, he might be a fullback for all I know, pick up 12 yards? I can't catch a break in this series so far. So yet again, another loss, as I just don't know what we need to do. I mean, offensively we didn't perform. We played terribly on offense. And then defensively, we played really good. 3 turnovers. And then if you can include special teams, you know, in the defensive category, we had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and our punter was very good in this game. Maybe you think about the decision to go for it the very first time. I don't really think that made a difference. You know, if we had kicked a field goal, it's 21-17 anyway. So just all in all, look at the offensive performance. 165 yards of offense is terrible. They had 414. I mean, they were on the field more than us, I do believe. They ran 43 plays, and we only ran 34. So they were on the field more. We ran the ball decently, but we didn't pass the ball well at all. 3 for 7 on third downs. 2 turnovers to their 3 turnovers. So our defense was very good in this game. And then time of possession down here, the time of possession was even. We just couldn't get anything going on offense. And that was the story of the game. TC Ostrander, a guy who I really had high hopes for, you know, he had an interception in the game. I don't remember what the interception looked like. I don't remember if it was a bad interception. And then rushing Jaylen Clark, 18 attempts, 87 yards. I think he was pretty solid in today's game. And then Keith Wesley. Oh, yeah, the interception was us trying to go deep to Jim Dre, our 6'5", 230-pound sophomore tight end. And then defense down here, Wapamo Osaisai with 2 interceptions. One of them was a touchdown. And then who had the forced fumble for us? That was Jason Davis, our freshman safety. And our safeties are not very good, to be honest with you. So Tyler Dukes, sophomore middle linebacker, is another impact guy for us. But unfortunately, we just can't get it done. Like I said, call us Iowa, because our defense and special teams was very good. Our offense was terrible. So the plan for now is that we're going to simulate the games against San Jose State, Washington, and Arizona. And then we will go ahead and play USC. As a matter of fact, is there a way that I can back out of this? Because I do want to play all ranked games. So if Arizona or Washington were to become ranked, I'd like to play that game. We'll see. After I simulate these games, then I'll start simulating it week by week to make sure that we don't skip over any games that we want to play. So I'll talk to you when we figure out what number 8 USC will be ranked and what their record will be. We need to get revenge from Jaylen Clark's freshman season. So unfortunately, we are 1-3 to start the season, as there's a look at Number 3, USC, they are 5-0. They have the number 5 offense in college football, number 18th ranked defense in college football. We have the number 35 ranked defense. So like I was saying, our defense is pretty solid. We're 65th in rushing. So wanted to take a look at how Jaylen Clark is doing so far on the season. But taking a look at our schedule, we dominated San Jose State 42-3. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, if you can't beat San Jose State, you don't deserve to win any games all season long. And then we lost a very close game against Washington, 28-26, in which we tried to, put it together in the fourth quarter. Just wasn't enough. So one thing I can say is then we lost to Arizona 28-21. One thing that I can say is that we are very competitive in all of these games. So that gives me hope. But unfortunately, at 1-3, you can only really afford to lose 2 more games. And then looking at our schedule here, we do have USC, who we will play. And then Oregon State, they're 3-2. I don't know that I'm going to play them, to be honest. And then you have Oregon, who's 1-5, which I don't know if we should play them, but since they're 1-5, I want to make sure we can pick up this victory. Oregon is a B overall team here. UCLA is a team that we're definitely going to be playing. And then Cal and Notre Dame is 1-4, but we need to get revenge on Notre Dame. We have no other choice than to get revenge on them due to what happened a season ago. So the schedule isn't too harsh. At 1-3, if we can upset USC and potentially have momentum heading into this stretch against both Oregon teams, we could, rip off 3 games in a row and then play UCLA and try and pick up another upset victory. So we're 1-3. You don't like to see it. We have no Heisman hype, but we're not here for a Heisman trophy at this point. We're here to take Stanford to a bowl game. It needs to be done. And then looking at our stats so far this season, 79 attempts for 376 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, and only 1 touchdown so far on the season. You can definitely tell that he's running with a lot more power. 171 yards after contact in 2005, 185 in 2006. Only 4 games into this season, and he's got 119. So you can tell he's running with a lot more power. One thing I will say is Jaylen Clark needs to stop being a little hoe. Anyway, that is probably going to do it here for this episode number 5 of the Jaylen Clark series. I'm having a lot of fun. It's actually kind of hard for me to not want to continue playing and kind of make up for our loss. I love the way the NCAA 06 challenges you. Obviously you can exploit the game. There's like 3 or 4 plays on this game that if you just ran them over and over, the CPU would never stop you. And you could do that, but I like to try and have a philosophy and stick to it. We're trying to run the football. And when you try to run the football, sometimes you're not going to be successful and the play action won't work off of it. Your quarterback has a bad game. This game just challenges you so well. And that's why I'm having a lot of fun with it. But at the same time, a little frustrated by the fact that we just can't pick up a win. And that does suck, especially because I'm trying to bring entertaining content. At least the games have been close, but we need to pick up some victories in these games. Like I said, this is a very fun game. It's a challenging game. And I'm actually looking forward to potentially doing a dynasty on here. I may just stop the Jaylen Clark series after this season and then find a team to do a dynasty with. I have 2022 college football rosters, and I also have, obviously, the 2005 college football rosters. Leave a comment down below which team you guys would love to see me start a dynasty with. Would you rather it be an FCS school, a created school, or a team that just downright isn't that good at this time in real life? And I mean 2005 real life. Like a team like Kentucky would be a pretty good option. There's a couple other teams that really aren't that good. They weren't that good back in 2005. That would be pretty fun to build. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.